I'm back from my vacation, well, for at least a little bit longer. Let's get into the bread and butter of this video. Another scripted video. The last one did extremely well. And this one will be about, well, you probably get the title, but how we combine Kanto and Johto with, and I quote, a Tera twist. This is heavily inspired by Glaring Gold's video on how Kanto and Johto combine. This will serve as a story successor to the Paldea games. This video will have 3 main segments. This is part 1 of a 2 to 3 part video series about how we do this game. This part, the main segment will cover are the pokdex, the story, and the features. It would be really redundant to pick, the Kanto starters again, because we have them in Gen 1, 3, 4, 6, and wow, 8? So let's pick the Jhoto starters, since we don't really pick them in many generations. You'll have, obviously, the regular 3. However, you also have the opportunity to get a Hisui and CYNDAQUIL that will receive ghostly energy that could evolve into Hisui and Typhlosion. Let's go over the Pokedex. Now let's go over to more about the Pokedex. In the most ideal sense, we'd have the National Dex, having every single Pokemon in the game. However, if we're being realistic, functioning on this game being, a Scarlet and Violet successor, it would have the same model as Scarlet and Violet, so it would have all the Gen 1 and 2 Pokemon, every single Pokemon is Scarlet and Violet, and the DLCs. And if the Legend ZA models are the same, if not slightly better, then, we'd have the Legend ZA mons as well. Some features of the game will have such as seasons, things over time. We'll have fall, spring, summer, etc. You get the picture. You can ride Pokemon. That would be pretty cool, being able to ride fully evolved Pokemon like Crocodile, Blastoise, Sceptile, Charizard, Fulvatro. Regional forms, I know it wouldn't really make much sense, but this game takes place around a few years after, Red and Blue, or around a few months after Scarlet and Violet. We, have regional forms. And your moves can affect the overworld, i.e. if you use Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, or Hydro Pump in the overworld, it will affect the surrounding. Now, let's get into the plot. This takes place after the Paldea incidents, or right after Mochi Mayhem. We hear in the canon of Kitsukami is a region next to Jhoto. We hear about the reports of, something odd happening with Tear Crystal, being found in abundance around the Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Kalos region. Alongside these crystals are mega crystals, and crystals that resemble Terrapagos. After hearing this, we go to bed. The next day, we go to Professor Elm, who's talking to Professor Oak and Briar about these unknown terrestrial events. Professor Elm apologizes to us for wasting our time and gives the option between the starter they said earlier and a special CYNDAQUIL he got from a person he found outside of his lab. After choosing our starter, for this case let's choose the special CYNDAQUIL, a silver-haired boy picks up the starter and introduces himself as Zinc, son of the Elite Four member Silver. We continue on from here and go on to the Violet City. However, on our way there, we bump into our rival. Once again, however, this time he's panicking and tells us how he fought Falconer, and he's fighting, when he fought Falconer, he's fighting this Pokemon in a strange terrestrial state. However, this is really odd because this Pokemon looks different. It's not supposed to look like this. Falconer is fighting for his life, which normally shouldn't really happen as a gym leader. So we rush into there and help him fight the strong Pokemon. We do our best to defeat it, however, its second half-bar awakens. Falconer jumps back into the battle and helps us and defeats this odd terrestrialized Noctowl. After this, we see Falconer's Mega Pidgeot revert back to its Mega state, or its normal state. Well, Falconers, whose team is a Rookity and Hoot Hoot. Later, we run into the Slowpoke well. We go in there, we see our rival looking around, and we ask him why he's there. He later gives us a Tera Orb with the notice, "Dear player, with the recent changes in our region, we are enrolling the Terrestrial program, which will allow gym challengers to be getting Tera Orbs in order for further studies." As we go into Slowpoke well, it is there flooded with Tear Crystals. The more you explore, the more you receive resemblance to other kind of crystals, and you may see things that resemble, the crystal you'd see in Diance's cave. There you see Briar and Zinc. They're exploring the cave, such as you are. Briar says, "There's a surgence of Tera shards, as you can probably see." Well, duh. For whatever reason, they're concentrating into one area, and there's the sicker the more you know. When you go in and you find a small task force of people, which tell you guys to back off. win. However, after we win, an admin calls for all to fall back due to an extremely powerful Pokemon. We investigate and see a Mega Slowking. However, this Mega Slowking is somehow has really enhanced intelligence, most likely due to Mega Evolution. It realizes we're not a threat and introduces us to the task system. Our first task, aka a quest, would have to be us getting medicine for an injured Slowpoke. Since the main reason why this Mega Slowking, was kind of scaring everyone off, is because its youngling was injured. After we do the quest and get the medicine, we get the Slowking Knight. After the quest, we fight Buggy's team, whose team of is Spidops, Rellor, and a Tera Bug Heracross. Use the Tera on the Heracross, and the TM is exited. Later, we go into Eel's forest. The forest is flooded by those grunts, who after we beat them, we are revealed to be Team Rocket, who are run by new people. After we beat them, we see Whitney battling Ariana, whilst calling on a victim for backup. The player joins in on the fight. Ariana's team is a Murkrow, Impidimp, and Salazzle. After our win, the now older Ariana uses Incinerate on the forest, whilst Archer and Proton flies her away on his Noivern. Celebi appears from the shadows to stop the forest from burning. Us surprise, gasp, and awe, and then Celebi disappears. While we leave the forest, Celebi is watching us. After, we go to our next gym to get the gym ladder from, the new gym leader, Winnie, who is, the new old gym leader, who is Whitney, the fairy type gym leader, who is now training an apprentice. Her fairy team, the team in phase 1 is Floette, Tinkertuff, and the Hertary Fairy Miltank, with max attack, max speed, jolly nature. In the second phase, we fight her apprentice, who is currently unnamed, but has a prim and proper personality. This will be, notable for a side quest that will be learned about later on. Our team is Hattrem, Curlia, and Sylveon. After winning, we get told up at the train to Kanto, which we take. The train, we're confronted by a man named Gold. We talk to him about what's been going on with Team Rocket. He assures us it shall all be fine, and he's flabbergasted about how Team Rocket is black. He tells us how we can't do the Kanto Gym Challenge until we finish the current one in Jhoto, due to how the league system works. You're free to explore the region and talk to the gym leaders though. Around Kanto, you can see side quests which will be detailed in part 2. From this, we get the bus pass. Anyways, we go to Equity City. We see this alongside Zinc to catch a play by the Kimono Girls. In this play, we see the legendary dogs dying and revived by Ho. However, we see a skeptic talk about how the brass tower was removed for Lugia, but a dispute between the two caused this to happen. A Team Rocket agent in the crowd jots this down, then leaves. After this, you have the option to ask both from the skeptic and the Kimono Girls for more details. From the skeptic, we learn from Ho's perspective and how both Ho and Lugia are equally worshipped, because they both have their own towers. However, they got into a dispute, which is unknown, which casted Lugia out and going to the Whirlwind Islands. From the Kimono Girls, you learn Zepto's Motion on Q while going rogue around Jhoto. However, it's all the information they know. We go fight a rival whose name is the Dunsparce, Hisuian Electrode, is Megumin, and the starter is super effective against ours. After we win our fight, we go to fight Morty. We can Miss Haunter, Poltergeist, and Miss Magius. We get our 4th gym back, but we are tasked to go to Olivine. This is where we end things for today. I apologize for the stuttering and other stuff because I'm kind of trying to get back in the swing of things, and hope you all enjoy this video of me coming back to YouTube. So yeah, happy return for me, I guess.